This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Wendy Williams, again, another test clears her. She's been under 3 years of guardianship. I mean, this has to be investigated. How good is Joe Tacopina? I thought he was taking on this case, and he was gonna prove everything wrong. Why is it taking so long? I'm not trying to say he's a bad lawyer, but what's going on here? This is a injustice. A$AP Rocky was just lucky to get off, okay? He was guilty. We all know that, okay? I just didn't like how... Listen, the guy that was accusing him of doing all that stuff, he was a criminal, bro. He was trying to... It was one of his guys from A$AP Mob, and they were just trying to extort him. You know, they tried to... They did something to push... Sometimes you know when to push someone's buttons. They pushed his buttons, pause... And he went over the edge. And, So A$AP Rocky still deserved to win that. But we both know he was truly guilty, But he got off. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Okay? In this case, this is just injustice. Wendy Williams worked hard for her money. And she has a guardianship. Under 3 years of guardianship. For what? She's just a little mad right now. It doesn't mean she has frontal lobe problems, She doesn't have dementia. She's madding out, bro. She's getting older. Some people mad out when they get older, It's true. Some people just don't, their minds can't handle a certain amount of stuff. And I don't think being under this, plus she had, alcoholism and stuff like that. But listen, going through a guardianship and almost living in a prison, that'll make you mad out too. Just like this guy, Blueface. Look at him. He's trying to explain all these tattoos on his face to Neon, saying, yo, Chase, I chased the money. YSL, it's a gang thing. Then he says, he's like, jail tats go with jail. Major League Baseball, a major. Listen, Blueface probably should have never been a star, okay? And this goes nothing to him personally. I don't think he's a bad person, right? Because he seems like a normal person when he talks normal with Neon or something. But the rapping thing was trash. He was rapping off beat and everything. And I say that for a reason. It's not hating. It's protecting something that we all love. Music. Because so many people were like, yo, stop hating. Let him in. Sometimes you need gatekeepers, okay? Not everybody should be able to sell albums and have a label behind them and push it like it's something hot. Because I'm telling you, look where we're at now. Nobody can sell any albums. People were struggling to sell 10,000 the first week on a major. That means you'll never see $1 from that album. On a major. And that makes me go back to my point I made a few days ago where I was like, maybe people should sign a major. Maybe you shouldn't. Because a major doesn't even know how to push you anymore. I mean, we'll get to this in a second because we have to get to somebody's album sales. Drake's Nokia is the only song released by a rapper in 2025 to be certified double platinum or higher. Listen. As much as you might not like Drake, someone like him is needed. Kendrick Lamar is not pushing anything forward. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not putting... What new producers did he put on? He put on one artist. One. Baby Keem. When it took a village to get him going. Dr. Dre, Game, Snoop. Everybody had to pass the torch to him. You can love Kendrick Lamar. He's good. He's a great artist. But he's not pushing anything forward. He's not putting anybody on. Now, people will say, Jordan, who have you put on? I put on a lot of rappers. Go to my history, okay? 2 Chainz. Titty Boy 2 Chainz. Help with part of Nicki Minaj's journey. I'm part of a lot of rappers' journey. If you know, you know. Yo Gotti. I'm part of a lot of rappers' journey. I'm not the sole reason. Nobody's the sole reason one person got on. but you could be a part of the rise of an artist. And I'm glad. Yo Gotti's dope. Okay, I might not like a lot of things he does, but he's still dope. 2 Chainz is dope. Okay, Nicki Minaj is obviously dope. You know, these are quality artists. Drake was putting on quality artists. Migos, he had a part of their journey. Migos, a bunch of producers. Like I don't know, yeah, it's so many. It's hard to name. Party Next Door, a bunch of them. Okay. Kept YG's career alive. He kept a lot of people's careers alive. French Montana kept him alive until he found that hit. I'm telling you, like sometimes your career can be over if you don't find the next hit. So Drake kept French Montana's career alive. French Montana's dope. French Montana's always going to figure it out. I've been around French Montana since the beginning of DVD days. Okay, like I didn't know him. We weren't best friends or anything. But I observed what he was doing. Bro, the guy is he has the gift of gab, and he'll find his way in every situation. That's a talent in itself. Apple released these Apple socks for your phone. $230 for a sock, bro. For something you can knit at home for $5 of yarn. He says, this feels like a litmus test for people who will buy and defend everything. That's from Marcus Brownlee. He is like one of the best tech reviewers on YouTube. Look at this thing, bro. It's sold out. They sold out of these instantly, bro. It's a sock. It's bro. Apple's like, whoa, we can sell out on this kind of stuff too? It's not even tech. It's not even earbuds or anything. It's a sock. Bro, but the amount they made, it was probably $229 profit. 50 Cent, Vivica Fox, they're going back and forth. This will never end. We talked about this last night. You know, he said basically, yo, she wants me back. You know I love me some you, girl. But it's been 22 years. Get over it, basically. Lloyd Banks, someone says Banks doesn't give enough credit for up-and-coming producers he's been collaborating with. He says it all. Everyone deserves to make a name for themselves. There's a time for everything. And then he talked about this album's out, guys. It's good, too. That Time of Year Again. 6 Swords on the way. It's good. Offset's new album didn't chart this week. All right, it didn't even sell 8,000. This is what you call triple plastic. Triple plastic. Offset is like, was it even on a major, bro? Let's see. Offset. This is Offset with 20 million monthly listeners. So his career is slowing down. Haunted by fame. Well, you're not famous anymore, bro. That's obvious. UMG, bro. Motown UMG. What an embarrassment, bro. I would be like, yo, get me off this label. You couldn't even promote it enough to sell 20,000. He's got, let's see, Offset. There's an artist on. He has a song with NBA YoungBoy on here too. NBA YoungBoy reminds me of Wiz Khalifa in the sense that he has like a loyal fan base. He doesn't even have to sell a lot of albums. He just has a really loyal fan base, and they come to all of his shows. He's going to be making money for years. But I think they're wrong about, they're like, oh, he made $1 million. Well, first of all, he's never toured like this, okay? So they say he's making $1 million a show. That's the cap. That's his audience. They're slowly going to grow up. Next run, they're not doing more. I like how they keep saying, yo, this is just the beginning. No, this is the cap. He's been out for 10 years almost. Well, how long has NBA YoungBoy been out? 7 years. This is his peak. Rap isn't over. But let me tell you this. A lot of people try to exclude people, right? Oh, they don't want certain white people listening to their certain. I'm saying certain artists. Certain people don't want white people. They downgrade this. Glasses Malone, love Glasses Malone, okay, but let's be honest. He's on the Drake hate train. Yo, Drake's not for the culture, bro. Yeah, he is excluding people from the culture and hating on them, right? Like, you can criticize someone's work, right? But saying, "Oh, yo, sir, you're picking the wrong people." Drake pushes the culture forward. You're not picking the people that are trash, okay? There's a lot of trash rappers out here that need to be gone because it oversaturates the market. Plus, on top of this, right, you oversaturate the market, people lose interest in music, and I'm not talking about people that love rap and hip hop. I'm talking about casual fans that you want partaking in the culture, that go to you know how people would say, yo, when I look, remember Lil Wayne would say, when I look out in the audience, I don't see any black people, I see just white people, because a lot of white people used to partake in and go to Wayne's shows and everything. You're seeing less and less of that. NBA YoungBoy has very few white fans that go to his concert because they're scared to, right? You want to have all races partaking in the culture. Otherwise, there's less money and there's less people listening. And you get situations like where Offset can't even sell 20,000 the first week, bro. That used to be easy in music. But, we've been through this before. I'm going to tell you. I remember when Fat Joe, you know how Fat Joe talks like he's the biggest rapper alive? Bro, when he had his big songs out with Ashanti and everything, he still only did 20,000 the first week. I'm telling you. I wonder if that's like documented or it was only in magazines back then. Let's see. Okay, so let's go to Fat Joe's. I'm gonna get a little bit off topic here. Okay, but Fat Joe, right? I just want to make a point that don't get too worried. Rap isn't over. Rap has had down spurts before, and Fat Joe was doing this during a time where rap was selling a lot. Okay, but you're gonna get something that you feel is big. I mean, he had huge songs off of this album. It was back in 2004, I think, because I remember 50 Cent making fun of it. Was it All or Nothing? Or was it Loyalty? I don't think it was Loyalty. Okay, let's see what All or Nothing sold. So, Fat Joe, All or Nothing, first week sales. Let's see if that's documented. It's not that one. There was one that sold like nothing the first week, bro. I forget which one it was. The one after that? Me, Myself, and I. Fat Joe. Me, Myself, and I. Nah, it was one of these. One of these are wrong. This says 60,000 units the first week. It sold less than that. One of these did, because it was crazy. It was like, geez, this album was everywhere. And it sold nothing, bro. Back then, people were going gold the first week. Let's see. Loyalty. Did that one sell a lot the first week? Oh, here it is. 11,000 copies, I think. I think this is it. Jose 2. That was in 2009. He only sold 11,000 copies. Yeah, that's bad. Well, Fat Joe will make big songs, but he doesn't sell a lot of albums. Sold 20K in the first 5 minutes. 20K sold in the blackout is 20K in the 5 minutes. The blackout is real. Up and noisy. Thank you. All right. Anyways, next up we got. Yeah, this is what we were talking about yesterday. YWN Melly friend was allegedly trying to involve NBA YoungBoy in the murder of YBW Sack Chaser. I think it's YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie during interrogation. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, we'll get back to some more news in a minute. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you want to run ads on the channel. It's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Peace.